How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. This team just refuses to go into the offseason. They pull off a tremendous Game 7 win against the Carolina Hurricanes, breaking their home winning streak, defying all the odds, and just going in there, winning 6-2. And those two goals coming in the third period. Off of one was a power play and then one was a little fluky shot right in front of Shesterkin. So this team it seems like they've been playing for months in the playoffs, and they are only halfway to winning a Stanley Cup, which is the crazy part. This just feels like the longest off season. They've played 14 games so far, and they could feasibly play another 14 games. They won't, but halfway through the playoffs right now, and we get at least 4 more games, at least 4 more. Probably not. I don't see the Rangers getting swept by Tampa Bay, but I have a really hard time seeing the Rangers being the team that stops the Tampa Bay train. They've won now, 10 playoff series in a row. Is this the Rangers team that is going to derail that and prevent Tampa Bay from winning a third straight Stanley Cup? My gut reaction is no, but I think it's going to be a fun series. The Rangers did sweep Tampa Bay in the regular season, but that doesn't really matter in the playoffs. It starts Wednesday. Maybe they win game 1, put themselves in a position to be ahead. I don't know. At least the Rangers have home ice advantage next round against Tampa. So games 1 and 2 both at home to start the series. If the Rangers can go up 2-0, maybe they have a shot of getting through that series, making it to the Stanley Cup final for the first time since 2014. Wouldn't that be something? Anyway, first period, the fourth line starts and Carolina pushes immediately, first minute. 1:42, Aho takes a hooking penalty. A lot of penalties from Carolina tonight. Schneider streaking in for a chance that led to the penalty on Aho. And then at 3:40, with 2 seconds left on the power play, Fox would open the scoring for the Rangers at 3:40. 4:18, Trouba takes a high sticking penalty. Carolina in the zone for most of that power play, but a good penalty kill from the Rangers. 7:46, Carolina takes a too many men penalty because Trouba lays one of his classic hits on Jarvis, who would go to the locker room and not return for the rest of the game. So as Jarvis is on the ground trying to get to the bench, his replacement comes on the ice a little bit too soon, ends up playing the puck, and Carolina takes the too many men penalty. Now, I know the internet is already really mad at Trouba and just labeling him as evil because he puts on really strong hits that if you are rooting for the player that he hits, you are going to deem questionable and possibly headhunting and all of these different things. But if you're a Rangers fan, you can understand that all of his hits are clean and they're legal checks and they're just really freaking hard. And it makes it look worse than it actually is in terms of the rules of the NHL. And then at 8 minutes, Kreider would score a beautiful deflection goal, putting the Rangers up 2-0, both power play goals. Carolina almost scores immediately after that. Shesterkin makes a huge pad save. 9:04, Reeves takes an interference penalty because I guess he forgot you're not allowed to knock players down if they don't have the puck. Mott has a shorthanded chance at the end of that penalty kill. Third line takes the best offensive shift so far, 5-on-5 for the Rangers. Ice doesn't seem that great, the ice quality. A lot of players falling, some woes in terms of puck control for both teams. Second line, great offensive shift, couple of chances in close. 90 seconds left, Carolina scrambles in the crease after Shesterkin lets up a rebound, but he ends up laying down coffin style and stopping the puck. Kreider shot with 15 seconds left. We end the first period, Carolina up in shots 17-11. So the Rangers outshot again, but winning. That is their MO. They let you outshoot them. They let you outface off them, but they still end up beating you. Second period, Rangers almost a full minute of zone time early in the period. Chytil streaks in for a backhand try. And then at 3:42, Svechnikov takes a tripping penalty. Carolina, great penalty kill on that one. Then at 7:02, Vatrano takes a hooking penalty. Lindgren goes to the locker room, but he would return. Good penalty kill for the Rangers. The Carolina power play was 1 for 17 at that point in the series. DeAngelo would end up scoring later. Let's see. Yeah, so because DeAngelo scores on that power play for the series, Carolina went 2 for 18, which is still awful. One of the reasons they lost this series. Lindgren comes back for the last 7 minutes of the period. He would stay for the rest of the game. I am sure he is rocking like a 65%, but mentally he's just out for blood, and he is just riding on adrenaline, and he will ride on adrenaline for as long as this team needs him to. He is just that heart and soul guy. He will give his life if it means the Rangers can win the Stanley Cup. 4.5 left, Raanta in pain, and he is helped to the locker room. So again, another injury plaguing Carolina in this game. He stretched out to make a save on Zibanejad, and he probably tore a muscle in his groin or his leg or his knee or something. He had to be helped all the way to the locker room. So Kochetkov comes in and plays the rest of the game. 4 minutes left. Strome has an open net during a 2-on-1, and of course he misses, but at 16:19, Strome would get another 2-on-1 during the same shift with Kopp, and he sniped it for the goal. Strome has now 2 goals in the playoffs on 42 shots. He has just been on a tear of not scoring. Hopefully that changes next series, because the Rangers are going to have to be full cylinders if they have a chance at beating Tampa Bay in a 7-game series. Carolina spends just under a minute in the offensive zone towards the end of the period. Shots 9-12 in favor of Carolina after 2. Third period, 30 seconds in, Martinook point blank. Shesterkin slashes him afterwards because he tries to go for the puck after Shesterkin has covered it, so Shesterkin chops down on his legs. Lafreniere with a chance 2.5 minutes in, Carolina pushing hard. Obviously, you're going into the third period down 3-0. So yeah, he just throw everything at the net. 3:59, Kreider would score a goal, though, putting the Rangers up 4-0. Just streaking in, beats Slavin, comes in, puts the backhand in. 15 goals for Kreider in elimination games, which is 1 off of the record. That's all time for Kreider. 32 playoff goals, which is 2 off of the all-time record for the Rangers. So if he scores 3 goals in the Tampa Bay series, he will have the Rangers record for playoff goals, which is crazy. 6 minutes in, Panarin and Kopp have a chance. 6:55, Trouba takes a delay of game penalty. Shesterkin, the rare giveaway behind the net for Shesterkin. Aho looks like he's going to put it in, and he would have if Fox didn't get his stick in the way to deflect it out of the net. But at 8:11, DeAngelo would score a power play goal. Unfortunately, it was DeAngelo. But the hilarious thing, it's 4-1. If you're Carolina, all right, there's 12 minutes left in this game. We can battle back. 40 seconds later, Chytil scores a goal, putting the Rangers up 5-1, and that's it. The announcer said the arena, the Carolina fans were going home. There was no way they were going to come back and win this game. Even as strong as Carolina is, the fans were leaving. At one point, DeAngelo got booed, and he's at home. He's on home ice. There was also a positive Igor chant from the crowd, and the Rangers are away. So a lot of representation for the Rangers fans tonight, and just a hilarious turn of events in this third period. Just over halfway, Kakko is in close. He can't put it away. Then at 16:13, Domi would score a goal, making it interesting, 5-2. It was a little chipper in front. Shesterkin off the angle a little bit. Just over 3 minutes left, Kochetkov is pulled because Domi scored. Now it's interesting, 5-2. Probably not going to happen, but you have just under 4 minutes left, 3 goals. Maybe. But at 17:08, Kopp would score the empty netter, and the Rangers would win this game 6-2 with only 1 empty net goal. So 5 of those 6 goals being not empty net goals. The Rangers offense was just on fire. They did it. They found a way to neutralize Carolina's just brutal defensive structure at home, and they were able to put this one away. Their second Game 7 win from behind in a series. The Rangers are now 5-0 this playoffs when facing elimination. The Rangers play better when the season is at risk of being over. And that's probably going to happen again in the conference finals against Tampa Bay. They haven't made the conference finals since 2015 when they played the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now that series went to 7 games. Tampa Bay won Game 7 2-0. Maybe some redemption is in order. I don't know. I think Braden Point is out of the lineup for Tampa Bay still, so they are without one of their best offensive weapons, but they still have Stamkos. They still have Kucherov, and of course they have Vasilevsky in net. This will be Game 1 of this series, will only be the second time in these playoffs that the Rangers have faced a number 1 goalie. I think Vasilevsky is going to be the difference. I mean, if Kucherov and Stamkos go on tears, then that's absolutely going to make a difference. I think the entire Rangers team needs to show up. And if the Rangers lose Game 1, I think you need to swap Reeves out for Rooney. Reeves is just, he's always going to be a step behind everybody else just because he's older and he's slower. And all he does is hit people, which in the playoffs isn't really a deterrent from anything. So I know he'll play Game 1, but if they lose Game 1, I really think Gallant should look at replacing him with Rooney, because Rooney's upside potential offensively is going to outweigh anything Reeves can do physically. But that's just one guy's humble opinion. Stats at the end of the game: shots 31-38 in favor of Carolina. Faceoffs 31.9%. The Rangers are a true testament that you do not need to win the lion's share of faceoffs to score the lion's share of goals. Power play went 2 for 3 tonight. Hits 22-23 in favor of Carolina, but blocks 25-8 in favor of the Rangers. That was a huge point in why the Rangers won tonight. They were blocking everything, not letting Carolina get clean looks to Shesterkin. Because if you give Shesterkin nothing but outside chances, he is going to stop 99% of them, which he did tonight. The trivia question of the evening: who is the other Rangers goalie with 2+ career playoff assists? Shesterkin has 3. Who is the other goalie with 2 or more? And it was John Van Beesbroek, who had 2 assists in his playoff career. The Rangers are back in action Wednesday in 2 nights. They play again in less than 48 hours against a really scary Tampa Bay Lightning team. Tampa Bay will have 9 days off because they swept the Florida Panthers, so they've been off for a week now, and it'll be 9 days by the time they play again. Is that too much time? Is the first period for Tampa Bay going to be a little rusty? I think if the Rangers hop up to a couple goal lead on Tampa Bay in that first game at home, I think they have a chance of putting it away. I think if the Rangers at least split the series at home, maybe split the series in Tampa, then it's 2-2 coming back to Madison Square Garden. You win Game 5, and then you just need to win Game 6 or 7. I've said multiple times already this offseason that the Rangers are done, and they've come back both series from behind 2 games. They were behind 3-1 in Pittsburgh. They were behind 2-0 against Carolina, and they came back to win each series. Do I think they're going to beat the Lightning? No, but that probably means that they're going to. So I'm really looking forward to this next series. We get at least 4 more games, probably 5 or 6. Maybe 7, maybe another 7-game series. Wouldn't that be fun? I feel bad for these guys. I feel bad for Lindgren. He's going to need to just go into a coma when these playoffs are over. But we'll see what happens Wednesday. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next rundown.